ASU, and I'm talking to Jeff Smith, who's running for Congress, District 5 here in Tempe, Arizona. How you doing, Mr. Smith?
I'm doing great.
Oh, sorry. Let me zoom out there. So you're running for Congress, and you're trying to get enough signatures to get on the ballot, correct?
That's what I'm doing here. I need to get enough signatures from registered Republicans or independents or non-party affiliates to get on the ballot to be in the primary that will be next August. Excuse me.
Can you do me a favor and tell the people at home kind of some of the issues that you stand for, and you know?
Yeah, absolutely. The thing I'm most concerned about right now, and there are many, but is the way the federal government has been overreaching the limits of its constitutional authority in just about every respect. And it's actually been decades in the making, since the early 1900s, with the establishment of the income tax, creation of the Fed, and then go throughout history with Social Security and Medicare and on and on. The nanny state has just expanded the role of the intrusion of the federal government into the individual lives of Americans in a way that just goes far, far beyond what I think they're authorized to do by the Constitution and beyond any intent that the founders had.
So running for Congress, what would be your plan for taxes? Are you looking to cut taxes, institute the fair tax? Are you looking to get rid of the IRS like Ron Paul?
I am certainly favor dramatically reducing income taxes as a way to enhance individual liberty and to spur the economy. That does need to be accompanied by dramatic decreases in federal spending. I think every government department, every government program, bureaucracy needs to be thoroughly reviewed and tested to see whether its very existence meets the constitutional test that I described. Some things like the Department of Education, as far as I'm concerned, have no constitutional mandate and really should be eliminated, and responsibility for education should rest with the state. It doesn't mean that I'm against education, I'm for it. I just don't find anywhere in the Constitution that says that the federal government should be involved to any extent in education. And that's just one example. We could go through the Department of Health and Human Services, Department of Energy, Agriculture, take your pick. And those are all examples of areas where the federal government is just has no constitutional right to be. And we get rid of those things, we can dramatically cut taxes and still improve our country's fiscal situation.
Okay. No, yeah, that sounds. Yeah, when it comes to education, teachers and schools should be, held accountable by parents and city leaders and state leaders, not federal government. So I agree with you there. Now, on the tax issue, a lot of people feel that the IRS should just be eliminated. There's some evidence that the 16th Amendment was never ratified. So, how do you feel about that? I think that's maybe one of Ron Paul's views, and the view that most of my subscribers would have.
I would love to see a more fair and less progressive method of taxation instituted in this country, and I think the fair tax has a lot of merit. I have to admit it's something I need to probably look into a little bit more, but what I know about it, I think it has a lot of merit and something that deserves serious consideration. I can't imagine that it could be any worse than the current system that we've got now. There's no doubt in my mind it would only be an improvement over what we've got now.
Now, I appreciate you for answering the questions. A lot of people think that the fair tax is one of those, well, we won't whip you as hard kind of things. We're going to call it fair, and we're going to tax you, and a lot of constitutionists believe they shouldn't be taxed at all.
What we've got now is a ridiculously progressive tax situation, to the point where I think nearly half the people in this country don't pay any taxes at all. And then whenever we talk about tax cuts, it's criticized as tax cuts for the rich, when the rich are the only ones paying taxes anymore. So by definition, you can't cut anyone else's tax.
Right. What is your feeling when it comes to guns, Second Amendment, things like that?
I'm a firm supporter in Second Amendment rights. I don't believe that we need to ask anyone's permission to defend our God-given unalienable rights to life, liberty, and property.
And a lot of people, a lot of states have this. You got to have a permit to get a weapon, because we don't want a felon to get a weapon. Well, you know, if a felon wants a weapon, they just go down on the street corner. You know, they're not going to apply for any permit.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Right.
You hear all kinds of examples daily of armed, conscientious citizens thwarting. Excuse me, I've got some friends here showing up. Thwarting, you know, crimes and so forth, and protecting, keeping society safer rather than making it more dangerous.
Okay. Well, we really appreciate you doing the interview.